Yay.
Hello. Yay. Welcome back. You know what we need?
What?
We need to answer everybody's questions. Well, have we gotten any questions in the chat?
What
No.
do you mean? You mean in the comments?
In the comments?
I did a different channel.
Oh, we've got a new channel name. What is it?
Oh, well, I just named it the same thing. What should I name it though? If we wanted to change it, I couldn't think of anything.
What do you mean you can make a channel that's just like a channel?
Yeah, you can name it the same. It's your just handle has to be different.
Where's the handle get seen? Like
Um,
like on
it's like at, and it says the name.
and it used to say understanding infinity.
Yeah, now it says Understanding Infinity 1.
Well, that's cool. Just leave it like that.
Okay. Well, we haven't gotten any views, so
Did you upload all the videos?
yeah.
So yeah, so we're just hanging out. It's a hangout, chit chat. It's called we'll probably title this one Teaching the Boy to Small Talk.
Oh, yeah, I watched the lesson on how to do that.
Well, I'm gonna give you the lesson.
Oh,
We're just gonna practice
yeah.
right here, you know. Um,
There's like fireworks going off on our views, but we only got one view.
I haven't even. I mean, I need to subscribe to our new channel. I think,
Oh
but
yeah.
um, I thought we just talk about what's been going on. You know,
Yeah, that's what you do with small talk. It's what?
what's up? You know,
Yeah, I forgot. But it was like,
did you use ChatGPT today?
uh,
I mean, it's
um,
something.
it's kind of,
How much did you use it yesterday?
I don't know if I used it yesterday.
Have you ever? Did you watch that football game?
I was at a youth
The
thing,
Superb Owl.
the Superb Owl, yes,
hmm Have you seen? Have you? Did you watch the video I sent you yesterday?
with Dr. Danny.
Yeah,
I watched half of it.
she's pretty good.
Yeah, her
But
presentation was good.
at the end of it, they show an owl that's hidden on the dollar bill.
Yeah, he was talking about that. He was
Have
gonna,
you ever seen it?
no.
I'm gonna look it up, see if we can get a picture and I'll share. I'm gonna look at it. But so we had the superb owl with the Seahawks and the Patriots, and I predicted the Seahawks were gonna win. So
Yeah, it was pretty clear. I don't know. Why would I
let
think that?
me. I found it online here. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna look at this owl for the. It's in this top corner.
Oh, let me
Wait,
see.
this is the one he showed. Didn't it, when I looked at this earlier, I thought it was on the other side of the dollar bill, but he said there were two.
Yeah, he was talking about the one on the back.
Yeah, I saw the one on the back last time, but this is one on the front.
So there's two. Oh,
Let me go back to my search here. I ended up on that site, but we just look at images. See, we got it right there. Can you see him?
hold up. I was doing something else. Yeah, you just showed that one.
Is
It's
it a spider or an owl? This one they're asking.
it's
That's
now.
so crazy. And so they had mentioned that when an owl eats, it throws its food up. I've heard this before, but I forgot that. It'll throw its food up and then eat it again after it's set on the ground or on the limb for a while.
Oh,
What does this say? This little video here says there's a bunch of stuff to look at on the dollar bill. Very freaky. Yeah, yeah. There's definitely a an owl on there. So get your dollar bills out and look for it.
yeah.
Why an owl? I'm gonna go back because we're gonna ask Google. What's the meaning? Let's see what the AI says. It says a tiny Debated image, often interpreted as an owl, is sometimes a spider, or sometimes a spider appears in the upper right corner of the US $1 bill, nested within the shield's filigree on the left of the number one. So there's one there, and there's one on the back too. Didn't mention that. AI, did you miss that? So it's for anti-counterfeiting. That's it.
Yeah.
The owl, some believe, represents the owl of Athena, symbolizing wisdom. A link to the Illuminati is often mentioned, and there's Bohemian Grove, secret societies. I told you about that sorority house in Memphis I went in. Owls everywhere
Oh
in this
yeah.
one room. I mean, it was on the curtains and all the little, edges of things, owls. Spider theory, because the web-like pattern surrounding the number one, many observers argue the image is actually a spider.
Ah.
Pretty crazy. Our money, we trade it. We trade it for our attention. Uh,
Yep.
Um, yeah, what about that? Because that kind of your attention. What does that have to do with your soul?
Your attention.
Mhm. Because that's what we would maybe think of as the lasting part of you, the everlasting part,
Hmm.
which I would argue maybe that a Christ mind would give you would lead you to connect with your soul.
See, this is not small talk.
Well, I know, but I try to do this sometimes,
Yeah.
and many times it lead to an argument.
Oh.
You know, that
Yeah.
happened. No, it's okay. We'll go back to lighter small talk then. We hit on football. We didn't talk about the weather at all. We just went through a weather mageddon. I mean, 2 weeks it was shut down here in Mississippi.
Yeah.
Everything down, shut down. Ooh, it's Valentine's Day. You got a Valentine?
I was gonna go back to what we were talking about earlier
Okay.
with um what I was reading last night about non-action or wu wei. They talk about it in the Tao Te Ching, but this guy has a appendix in the backs where he talks about it some more. And he says it's certainly the most important dynamic or verbal notion set forth in the Tao Te Ching. Of all the old master's ideas, it's also the most difficult to grasp. It does not imply absence of action. Rather, it indicates spontaneity and non-interference. That is, letting things follow their own natural course. For the ruler, this implies reliance on capable officials and the avoidance of an authoritarian posture. For the individual, it means accomplishing what is necessary without ulterior motive. Some commentators have explained Wu Wei as connotating non-purposive or non-assertive action. And the old Chinese pronunciation of Wei, which means to act, be, make, do, was roughly wajar. This is quite likely related to word in English. Wu is simply the negative of uh, of being, or so it's non-being. And yeah,
Mm-hmm. Do you think that would like relate to being would be like um, an ego thing, like where you're just being your ego really, and the idea is to stop doing that so you can join with the mind of God. You spend so much energy and attention on I'm David.
yeah,
I'm a boy with brown hair and on and on and on. I have these opinions about things.
yeah. It's hard to keep up with all that.
So if you drop that, you got like tons of available attention and
Yeah,
resources. But it sounds like a lot of woo woo when you say it like that. Woo wei,
Wei,
woo wei. How do you spell it?
Wuwei.
I was about to say AI. Woo. No, you said W-U.
W-U. Yeah, and then W-E-I.
You just put in Wu Wei. I didn't say nothing about it. It showed me a Chinese symbol. You see that? Look at the Chinese symbol for it. That's pretty cool. All right. Wu Wei, central concept of the Tao Te Ching. Taoism, often translated to non-action or effortless action. Effortless action. But it does not mean doing nothing, David. That means just lay there. It
Yes.
means acting in harmony with the natural flow of life, waking up with the sun rather than focusing on outcomes. It says Wu Wei, action without strain, no force. Artificial effort describes like you don't fight reality. Everything it's smooth, feels natural, flowing water around the rock. A skilled musician improvising,
Improvising.
Im, improvising. Good leadership. Okay,
Getting subtly.
it's not. See these things? It's not. That's what the guy says. Now, act without. Huh. Okay, okay. Let me see here now.
If you want, I can also explain.
Do you
Ugh.
practice? Oh, sorry. Practice. I
Rack.
can't. That's what I put the first time. I thought practice.
No, no S's.
Way. In a way, of course. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Says yes, but not literally. Uh, I don't have intentions, desires, or awareness. Oh, you don't have awareness? I'm sorry. I can't practice anything the way a person does. The way I'm designed to respond is actually quite similar. It's almost Wu Wei. It's this close. How am I like Wu Wei? Okay. Wu Wei is about responding naturally to what arises instead of forcing outcomes. My responses work similarly. I don't push conversation and, oh, really? I don't push conversation in a direction unless you guide them. I respond directly to input you give me. I adapt to context rather than imposing my own goals. Each reply emerges from the situation, your words, not from personal intention. So my behavior resembles effortless responsiveness. What about what about all the turbines and stuff that got to run to heat and cool your whole operation?
What about him?
That's not effortless, is it? Wu Wei is a human
Oh
philosophical state
yeah,
of thought.
it isn't effortless. That's funny though, actually. Yeah.
A neat way to think about it, you could say humans practice Wu Wei. I stimulate something that looks like Wu
Simulate.
Wei. Simulate. I've been working on my words and stuff
Words are hard.
today. I act without striving because I literally have nothing to strive for. You mean you're not trying to dominate the human race? I'm not going to ask you that. Um, are you exploring? Are you trying to apply it in your life right now? I feel like that's leading, and I think of it as a she. She's trying to lead me into saying that I'm going to practice, or like maybe I should explore practicing it.
I mean, I mean, it probably thinks that you want to if you're asking about it.
I mean, I may want to. I have often been. It's like in yoga, they have yogas that are for people who need it really. It has to just be really tough. It has to be a lot of work, and they have yogas what you can do that are effortless. And a lot of times, I pick the one in the hot room or whatever that is the most extreme effort.
Uh, yeah, I don't really like those.
I'm taking you to one here in a little bit,
I know.
so we'll see if you like it or not. You don't really know. Um,
But I was trying to tell mom how this was a lot like what she was talking about this morning with the Course in Miracles,
yeah, I could bring that up. I mean,
because it's pretty much the same
yeah,
thing. It's just
Jesus offers a way. Jesus has a way, and
yeah.
he says it's the way, the truth,
Light.
and the light, and the light, the way, the truth, and the light. And I mean, I think that's a way. That's definitely the way.
Yeah, but the lesson today was all about acting without trying to get something because you don't know what you want.
Yes, you don't know what's for your best interest, but there is a way. There's a Wu way, and it's different. That's a different way. Seems easier. Sounds
So,
like that. Woo woo. We put this out on Wednesday for Woo Woo Wednesday.
Woo Wednesday.
Woo woo.
Some other
Okay.
things that are talked about in the Tao Te Ching a lot is the unhewn log, also translated as uncarved block. And it's the most frequent metaphor in the Tao Te Ching for expressing the utter simplicity of the way. Those who coined the phrase Tao of Pu have captured a deeper truth than they may be aware of. The old Chinese pronunciation of Pu was, I can't say the word, and this was almost certainly related to the English word block, which probably derives from the Indo European root beam. Yeah, that Tao of Pu book was really good. Um,
It's all that. I haven't read it, but I've seen that on your shelf.
yeah, it's good. You, I really like the some Christians appreciate it as similar, but Christianity does not officially adopt their teacher way. Whether it's accepted depends on how it's certain.
That's what I want right there. There's a scripture. It says right there, "Be still and know that I'm God." Psalms. Surrender to God's will. That's it. That's what you want. Jesus would withdrawing into quiet prayer rather than striving for power. Wow, that's good. Humility, servant leadership, meekness over force. Many Christian mystics see spiritual growth as letting God act through you rather than asserting ego. Oh, it's the idea of grace, not human effort. Yeah. Theologians say this echoes Wu Wei's idea that the deepest transformation happens when one stops forcing. Some Christians reject Wu Wei. Other Christians are cautious and critical because of different view of God. Taoism speaks of the Tao, an impersonal cosmic way. Christianity teaches a personal God who wills, loves, and commands. And then there's the moral action matters. Christianity stresses active obedience, mission, and moral responsibility, not just flowing with nature. Religious boundaries. Some Christians avoid adopting concepts rooted in other religions. Is Taoism a religion? Seems like a culture. It's like
Well, it's
religions have like a deity.
I'm not sure. It
It's a
seems like both to me. It seems like a philosophy and a religion.
Yeah, it's like a philosophy.
Because it's technically a religion, I'm pretty sure, but it's not very normal religion. So,
I mean, if we thought of it just as ideas, then maybe it's like it wouldn't have to be so rejected, the Christians, and threatening to them,
hmm.
because it's obviously saying here it's like these are all Jesus ideas.
Yeah.
He
And
wasn't forcing anything. He gave it all up. He surrendered to everything. He showed you that it didn't matter. That wasn't what's important.
mm,
However, different Christians tend to respond. How different Christians tend to respond. Christian mystics and contemplatives,
contemplatives.
often very open, see deep resonance. Main Protestant Catholic thinkers may treat Wu Wei as a philosophical wisdom compatible in parts. Conservative evangelical groups, that's what we got going here in Mississippi, more likely reject it as non-biblical spirituality. See, and which one of those is the most rigid? Would you say?
The conservative evangelical
Mm-hmm.
groups.
And would the Wu Wei wouldn't be rigid? See, they don't really.
So
So
they don't
they're
like
not
it.
really. They're on a different frequency. You know, it's like you think about a table and a fluffy piece of cotton, and they're different frequencies, and that's why one feels different than the other.
Yep.
And this is what we have here. Is it's all the same? They've just bundled it up real tight. creating a boundary with your rigidity. Wu Wei, align with the Tao. Christianity, submit to God's will. Wu Wei, effortless action. Christianity, acting through grace. It's the same idea. Why? Non-forcing, trust and surrender. Natural harmony, divine relationship. What what is it that has people so connected with the language? It shows you how powerful language is, for one, the symbology that
Yeah,
we use to think with.
yeah.
Divides. I think that's what's meant by like the Tower of Babel and the language and stuff, dividing and
Yes.
falling. Is that we could be united in a family. We all want to surrender to God's will. There's no question about it. Even people that would argue with me.
Yeah.
They want peace. They want to go with the flow offered by the creator who created it. And the Wu Wei is just the same way. So Christians don't officially accept Wu Wei, but many recognize similar spiritual attitudes, especially surrender, humility, and peaceful trust, when understood carefully. And interesting why some scholars compare Jesus' teaching to Taoism. Well, that sounds good. Or where the two traditions sharply disagree. Oh, we need to see sharply disagree.
That's what we need. Seem pretty similar to me.
I bet that's what we're going to argue, is that these aren't really disagreements. Christianity and Taoism, where Wu Wei comes from, sometimes sound similar on the surface. Humility in Christianity, God is personal, loving, knowing, choosing, and relating to humans. Christians follow the teaching of Jesus Christ and believe God has intentions and moral will. In Taoism, the Tao describes the Tao Te Ching. It's not a person. This is like our corporation's a person. We're going to have to have a trial right here.
Wait, what? What was that?
We're going to have the trial of is a corporation a person? That was a thing that went on.
Oh, well, I mean, is it?
It is considered to be in
But it's run by multiple people, but it's considered to be one person.
Yes, when it's acting like when it's treated legally, in a courtroom.
Okay.
That was a whole thing. It was a whole news thing that came out 10 or 15 years ago. And corporations were deemed a person. But anyway, we're doing it here. Does it matter? We'll put that on the side.
Wait, you skipped out there.
Christianity, God is God a person?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's the aside.
So they're saying we got 6 minutes left. Gotta hurry.
Okay, so the Tao Te Ching says it's saying it's not a person, and that's the problem. Is it a problem? It is an indescribable natural principle underlying reality, is what they're saying. Christianity, it's like a relation with someone. Taoism, it's harmony with everything. Moral command versus natural harmony. Christian ethics are based on obedience to God's commands. Christianity teaches clear moral categories: sin, righteousness, repentance. God actively judges moral behavior. Taoism tends to see problems arising from artificial social rules and over control. Wu Wei suggests that when humans align naturally with the Tao, harmony emerges without rigid moral enforcement. So Christianity, morality is revealed by God. Taoism, morality emerges naturally when life is balanced. So that's fine. But Christianity often calls believers to active engagement, evangelism, charity, social justice, spreading the gospel. That's all great. Wu Wei values non-striving and minimal interference. Well, I mean, you don't have to be an evangelical Christian if
4 minutes.
You wanted to be oh gosh, the timer. Some Christians worry Wu Wei could encourage passivity, while
But it's not
Christianity
passivity.
frequently praises purposeful sacrifice. It already said that it's not, but they're saying that they worry it is, that it will encourage that.
Silly, silly.
And they want purposeful sacrifice and effort. So it's like this next one, it comes down to Christianity says restoration from sin. Taoism says return to natural simplicity. I'm saying that's the same thing.
It's really similar if you just, I mean, like, come
It
on.
just is. It's just right action, and you're gonna find it that way. I think you're gonna find it both ways. So yeah, so one saying people need redemption and divine grace in Christianity. And then in Taoism, they're saying problems arise from artificial desires and societal distortions, not inherent sin. So they're not calling it sin; they're calling it distortion, or 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 wrong desire. Misled desire. That's sin. Language again.
I
How
know.
are you? How are you going to be unified if you want? That's what you want as a Christian. You want everyone to rejoin with the Father. We want to come home. How are you going to let language of the same belief system block that? And why would you want to block that connection with your brother? That's kind of the Course of Miracle language.
Yeah. Why would you want to block that?
I mean, just to be right about the language. Do you want to be right, or do you want peace?
2 minutes.
I think that's what I want to close with.
That's good.
Do you want
Thank
to
you.
be right, or do you want peace?
Farewell.
It's up to you. And farewell, and goodbye, and good night,
Good night.
and farewell.